not from China. We overnighted parts from Chicago.
Yeah, they got from China.
Right, but we got it from Chicago, so it doesn't make it from China.
Oh, we supported an American business.
Yes. We supported an American business.
Chains.
This is all just boost pipes. I
It's a
assume.
weird powder coat.
Yeah, it's called the foam coat. It's pretty cool.
Those are heat shields.
Yeah.
You
Going
just leave those
installation.
on. Yeah.
I'm just here to see the turbo.
Hold that side open, Steven. This is the up pipe. It's coming off the turbo, going out the hood.
That's exactly how I'm going to put it.
Oh my god. That's heavier than it looks.
What the hell is that? Turbo exhaust manifold.
So how does it sit on the passenger
Goes
side?
like this.
On the passenger
And that
side?
crossover pipe comes off. It comes
Oh,
up
okay,
and fits
okay.
into here.
So it just
The
runs off
turbo
of one
sits
side
under.
of the exhaust?
No.
No, the other one connects to it with this.
Grab that other
Where's the two filter holes?
right there.
No, but what I'm, you know what I'm saying, there's not one of these configurations for the other side?
No, you
Oh,
think
turbo.
stop.
So I just bolt on.
So if it was a dual turbo, then it would have one on each side.
We're tuning for the average of 3 cylinders,
Turbo.
not 4. Just FYI.
No.
So it would go like this. That bolts to the stock exhaust manifold. This is the passenger side of the motor.
And this goes down the bottom,
Underneath the training.
so
So
if you
the-
like rocks or anything
No, it
like
crosses
that.
over from that
It'll be
exhaust
so high
manifold.
up.
One of those
It's just like your
cylinders
normal
flows more than the
exhaust.
other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One what?
One of those cylinders flows more than the other.
That's okay. Look, dude, they're overnight parts from Chicago, okay?
Yeah.
Made in
And
China.
then look at the opposite end.
We just
Made
got
it-
thicker
what do you-
tubing as we get to the end.
It's made of the finest Chinese wood.
That's because the one tube is towards the front, and you have more
So
pressure.
technically it would probably make like 400 extra horse, but you rob like 200 horse right here,
It's gonna have 3
and then
to
put
1.
it back in with this.
It's gonna have 3 to 1 back pressure and only 6 pounds.
This is just the thing to make noises. It's not gonna actually add any
So why
power.
isn't that smooth in there?
Because it was $2,300.
It was not.
3,800, you upgraded the turbo
Yeah.
to a better Chinese
see.
turbo.
It doesn't matter with that.
So wait a minute.
What? Yeah, that's
So
pretty good.
isn't that going to be hidden? Shouldn't that be
not okay.
beveled? You could do that, couldn't you? Cut that out.
We'll just
You
JB
don't
weld
cut
the
it out.
inside of
Yeah.
it. so
You
it's all
just
small.
poured it out a little bit.
Well, I mean, you could grind it though,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, you grind it out.
So it's a little bit of a smoother flow. Why would they not do that?
because it's only
$2,800.
turbo kit.
Yeah, it's a $3,000 turbo kit. It'll be fine.
Yay!
I've ran way worse on my Hondas.
Here's the monster.
Oh, that's what we've been waiting for. Here's turbo. Or
It's ready to go. It's open right here.
It's trying to escape already. Sit here.
The bearing already came apart. Good thing you're the janitor.
All right, now we have room to see what's going on.
See?
Where'd this come from?
Oh, that's Nancy's. I gave it back to you. I thought it was yours.
Hey, don't be stepping on that stuff.
Upgraded? This is upgraded, yes. Well, compared to their stock one, it's upgraded.
No, it's just bigger. It's not upgraded.
It is. It has a ball bearing.
It has 1 ball bearing.
Yeah, one just rolling around in there.
So what does the upgrade actually?
It just gives you a bigger turbo.
Go set those next to the 66s for PS Racing.
The wheel's probably different, isn't it?
We just need. So when's the other one coming?
Yeah, right. I'm just doing a single.
So when's the other one coming?
There's some copland.
And they give you a bunch of shit.
Well, they give you everything. There's another turbo.
Except what is all this shit?
Wastegate.
Remember that
block
green
valve.
Mustang we did a couple months ago? That had on.
There's the block valve. This is the new
They're still
battery.
trying to talk me into doing this. There's something that says.
Oh, an overflow tank?
So what didn't come?
It said the overflow tank.
No, the 3 things on the checklist: the fill port.
Oh yeah,
Blanket
the
and-
blanket and the plugs,
Yeah.
the wires.
Plug wire.
But it said overflow tank, right?
Yeah.
I what that is?
Yeah.
No, it didn't. It only had 3 things.
On the shipping label.
Oh, not on the box.
Yeah, on the email they
Oh.
sent. What is that?
Fittings. A new radiator cap. You gotta put a
That's to hold all the
you gotta
extra
put a
boost.
you gotta put a 30-pound radiator cap on it to
That's
keep
part
it,
of the,
so that you don't notice the head gaskets are going.
Radiator cap.
What is this?
Intercooler.
Oh.
Where's the rest of it?
Don't open that yet.
Okay. What is this? Oh,
Fucking open.
Damn
is
it.
this a dildo? What is this? Probably.
That's what it feels like.
Iron Mountain Towing.
Comes with a free On3 dildo.
Free dildo.
I'll open it that way. We can.
Careful, it might be a squirting dildo. You might get something in your eye.
You don't want to get that shit in the fucking intercooler. The radiator hose.
You really gotta lay in the pipe.
So that's a downside pipe, is what you're saying.
Yeah. This is how you delete the intercooler.
Here, bring that over here, Jeff, and I'll blow it off the arrows.
No, it's all right, Steve.
What did I do wrong?
Make sure you blow it this way so it doesn't get in that fucking motor.
Oh, yeah. Jeff's always good for a blowjob.
That white Silverado that you guys got that's coming, that's an LS still.
I know that.
Right, it is just the 3 wires for the map sensor.
We'd have to look up.
Just pick 2.
Just pick any 2 of the 3 and
Yep.
okay.
For that one? That's where it has to go.
I'll just put a resistor in there so it's always 0.
It resists the urge to turn on the check engine
He'll
light.
probably depin them from that connector, pull them out back here, and then it's just a barometric pressure sensor, so it can be over here, so it's not.
I thought you said it had to be
Has
in
to
the
be that
fucking
there.
vacuum.
Not that one.
You guys don't understand what's going on.
I thought you said it
We
had
don't
to
have
be
to
in the
plug that in?
vacuum though.
What plugs into that?
Your imagination.
What plugs into that?
We got it, guys.
I'll get the TIG welder out and just plug that then.
Okay.
Leave that alone. Duke and I will touch stuff.
Okay, you guys fix that. I'm gonna go get oil.
Okay, them exhaust leaks, they're over there.
I thought you said there wasn't any.
The ones that you guys heard, I didn't hear any. They're on that side of the motor. You and Doogie fix those while you're doing the wiring, and it's pretty good. Didn't leak anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, just not out the exhaust.
Yeah, all the things that could leak aren't on 3. They're jet plug. I mean, this hose had a chance.
Boy, that rotational noise was weird though.
Does it still spin? Does it go in and out?
And then after the way he was jamming his fingers in there.
Up and down a little bit's okay. It's in and out that's bad, right?
Yes.
Up and down gets taken out by oil. Okay, well, you guys want the flashlight still, or So that's a grill back in.
Can you even see the intercooler through it?
Thank God you can't see the On3 on it. I almost grabbed some fucking paint thinner and tried to clean that shit off.
How much boost?
It's like 8.7,
Okay.
145 kPa.
And we're right up against the max on the injectors.
Yeah, it's right on the borderline of like injector. It's not pulse width, but like
Duration.
yeah, duration. So, and you can kind of see when so typically 6 is about the limit. Obviously, there's some leeway with that. Once you tend to go past that, you can really see the fuel pressure drop. And so, like on the last run, we changed injection timing a little bit, moved it a little later so to hold the fuel in the injector a little bit longer. And the theory behind that is to, if you have the fuel pressure to support it, it'll inject later. So it'll hold pressure in the rail, the high side, the low side. It all kind of tries to help itself. It did a little bit. I still have some. I could probably delay it a little bit longer if I wanted to.
It sounds fucking hideous when the gate opens.
It doesn't. It's external, right? It doesn't go back into the exhaust.
No, yeah, it's just
They should
dumping at the floor.
recirculate it back into the downpipe somehow. But then you would really have to doing anything. You just see how long it takes to change spark plugs on that side. You gotta use a wrench, put the spark plug socket on, and use a 19 wrench, break it loose, and then sit there and twist the damn plug out of it.
I think we're right under 4,000 miles since the turbo kit. But I could not, I can't even, words don't express how fun it is now.
Melts the stress of the day away.
Yeah, melts the tires away. That's for sure. Like, I don't know why everybody doesn't do this to their Silverados. Like, what's the reason not to? I have no idea. It's crazy amounts of fun. My gas mileage, okay, well, it changed because I drive like that. But if I'm just driving normal, the gas mileage is not different at all. It's exactly the same. There's literally not been one hiccup. runs and drives, remote starts. I drive it every single day. There's no overheating, there's no leaking, there's no nothing. Fired up, jump in it, hurt people's feelings.
So what's your opinion of the On3 kits?
You know, people talk bad about them. I have loved mine so far. I've put 4,000 miles on it, and it's been, I mean, I probably have 50 four-wheel drive launches on it. Multiple pulls to 115, 120. There's been not a single issue with any of the turbo kit thus far. Not any of it. I thought heat under the hood would be a problem with the turbo so close to everything on a daily driver, but the only thing we did was the turbo blanket. That's the only thing it's got on it. The downpipe blanket showed up yesterday, so we'll put that on. The blow-off valve does not work at all. It's yet to open. I don't know what. We ran the vacuum lines exactly how they said. So the vacuum line comes off the manifold, and it runs to, what's that sensor you guys put in?
The map sensor?
Yeah, so the one vacuum line that they source on these, it comes out, that goes out, tees to the map sensor, and the other side of the tee goes down to a 2-foot long vacuum line that goes to another tee, and it goes to the blow-off valve and the wastegate on the same line. So I don't know if the blow-off valve's not getting the proper vacuum to open, or if the spring is just way too stiff in the blow-off valve that it's not working right. But the entire time since we put it on, it's just been compressor surge. And I wasn't going to go the On3 route because everyone says the turbos are junk. So I kind of didn't care that it was compressor surging, because I was going to upgrade the turbo to a Borg Warner. I think you did the Borg Warner. So I was just going to upgrade it to the Borg Warner, and whenever this turbo goes out, I was going to change it. And without a blow-off valve, I thought, okay, we're just cut the life in half of this turbo. But I mean, I didn't think it was going to make it 4,000 miles, to be honest. I didn't think this motor was going to make it this far. We have put some abuse through these motors. This tranny, I thought it shifted kind of weird before we turboed the truck. It does have 170,000 miles on it. I didn't think it was going to last this long the way I drive it, or the power level we're at. It did make, I think it made 580 or 590. That was in third gear on the dyno. So if you do the 1-to-1, I think these are fourth or fifth to be the 1-to-1. But in third gear, it made almost 600 horsepower. So in fourth or fifth gear, I'm 100% confident that it makes over 600 horsepower. No doubt about it. And again, the stock diff, the stock tranny, the stock motor, the stock fuel system has just been outstanding as far as I'm concerned to make that much power. I sold my CTS V3 to buy a GTR because I wanted all-wheel drive. The problem with the GTR is you can't take it anywhere without people stopping and talking to you, and you have such a cool car, you can't take the kids anywhere, so it wasn't really usable for me. So this is best of both worlds. I can put it in two-wheel drive and do some big long burnouts. If I want to race, I can put it in four-wheel drive, and I have the all-wheel drive. My kids fit in here. I go to Home Depot in this truck 2 or 3 times a week and grab a bunch of stuff. So I mean, this is the best of everything, I believe. It's half the price of a GTR too.
Yeah, and if the engine goes, it's not $60,000 or something ridiculous for another engine.
Yeah, my GTR made 630 horsepower, so it's funny, it's almost the exact same power level as the GTR. But we're just going to see how far this motor will go. We do have LT4 injectors that I got. I got an LT4 pump. So we're going to upgrade the fuel system to support the power, and we might turn the boost up a pound or two. See if we can't make 700 on this motor. If we can make 700, that'd be great. We're just going to push it and see how far this motor will actually go before we start to see issues. As soon as we do see issues, we will, I think they make a piston and rod kit. I know they do for the LS, I don't know if they do for the LT. I believe they make just a piston and rod drop-in kit for these things. So we're just going to keep pushing it until something breaks, and whatever breaks, then at that point we'll take it apart and fix it up and do what we need to do. But I'm expecting the motor to break. We're kind of just inching up. You know, the tuner we have here, Steven, he's super good. He keeps stuff safe, I would say. We know we're running on borrowed time as far as this motor goes. A lot of people say these pistons like to crack at 450, 500 horse. We passed that a long time ago. And I do pulls and pulls and pulls and pulls and pulls and pulls and pulls. and it still just runs absolutely perfect. There's no overheating. There's not a single issue from beginning to end ever. So we'll upgrade the fuel system. Let's, we're going to see how much power these 5.3s will actually take before they start to have issues. But hopefully we can crack 700. I don't know if it's been done, but we're in the low 6s right now for sure. So we'll upgrade the fuel. Before we can turn the power up, we have to do the fuel. So we've got both pumps. We have the low side, the high side, and the injectors. We're going to do a video on that for you guys to show how to. You got to pull the intake manifold off. It is direct injection, so we'll do the injectors, the pump, and then we'll get it back on the dyno and see if it can live through a dyno session at 700 horse.
Can't wait to see that. Oh my goodness.
I mean, it's fun. This is the funnest like daily vehicle I think I've had. I've had a bunch of them. They were fun, but I don't think anything tops this. I can just jump in this and drive it. That's the thing with a high horsepower car, there's going to be issues. There's drivability issues. Nothing with this. I can get it and drive it like it's just an everyday Silverado pickup. I can go anywhere in it. My wife can jump in it and take it anywhere she wants. But it has the power there if you need it. So it's absolutely a blast to drive. Yeah, we're going to turn the power up just a hair. That's always the last saying, is a little bit more. 1 more pound to boost. And then I'll be mopping the rods off the dyno, I'm sure. But
well, that's part of the research and development process. Like setting it up like this and putting 4,000 miles on this kit. Now we know, what the average person can expect from this.
Yeah, and there's not a whole lot of, changing spark plugs. Absolutely sucks. I had to do it 3 times. That was the worst part, was changing plugs. You got to pull half the turbo kit off to get to the spark plugs. That I'm not a fan of. But again, you put a turbo kit on a Silverado or any V8 in an engine bay, there's going to be issues. Other than that, it's just that passenger bank. Now that I've done it 3 times, it's super. I'm better at it now than I was the first time. You pull the fender liner out, I know what tools to have and how to do it. So you do it 2 or 3 times, it's really not an issue anymore. I can change them in under 30 minutes now. As where too, if it's stock, you can do the plugs in 10 minutes. So it does add, 30, 40 minutes to the whole process. But at the end of the day, my review of the On3 kit is great. We did the 75, 76 upgraded turbo, and everything else was just what came with the kit. The stock intercooler or the base intercooler. We didn't upgrade nothing else. So we'd still have the stock exhaust manifold on the driver's side. It's an upgrade to get the stainless exhaust over here. We did not. I still have a cast manifold over here. We just did the white pipe and the manifold. Other than that, a couple things with the kit weren't bolt-on ready. We did have to extend some wires for the map sensor. There was a few things that we had to finagle to make it work, but overall it was mostly there. Yeah, it's fun for sure. It's an absolute blast. For the money that you spend on the kit, it's going to be hard to beat that for the money, that's for sure.